Good morning.
Good morning.
There's some crazy things happening in the uplift world these days, Corey.
Oh, yeah? Tell me more, Jimmy.
I mean, there's so much happening. Like, we had a Coliseum event last weekend. We had our first art walk last week. We're starting off this week with a meme contest. We can go in and we can help to vote on which new rail design from the community will be laid down as the major mode of transportation for DGen 1. We're hyping up for our ETH sale, Creative and Survival, next week. And yeah, that's like just the uplift world. I mean, we're not even going to talk about things that are happening with all the projects that are involved. I mean, that's insane. It's
right?
It's just nuts. So.
It is nuts. Actually, just went over to the blog where we hide all the alpha.com, and there's like a new banner up on there, which is really good.
Nice.
Super duper good. Sorry for the stuff going on in the background there.
We've got a cool new redesign of the where we hide all the alpha.com too. Dennis did a pretty cool job. Events and tales from the metaverse. But yeah, join the first Ethereum land sale. Secure your exclusive piece of Ethereum in minting. It starts on the 16th of July at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we've kind of decided that there's going to be a little bit of an event that's going to be building up to the actual sale. We're probably going to go live around 4. I think there's a couple events that are going to be showcased before that. And then, depending upon gas prices, we'll either pull the trigger for the mints around 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. Kind of a little bit undecided at the moment. A little bit, a little bit fluid. Let's say we don't want to, run into any major issues. So we're just kind of keeping an open mind because, things happen. But that's the general plan for all of you who are out there who are interested in getting some Ethereum land. It's actually going to be a sale this time. There's not going to be an auction. We put it through a DAO vote because there were a couple people that were kind of, leaning towards the other way and they wanted to know. So we actually did a DAO vote and the DAO vote came out with a sale. It's a little bit different setup over on Ethereum than it is on Wax. So we couldn't really, do the sale, the auction the way that we normally would. And I guess, people that read about it and thought about it decided that the sale was the better option. So both DGen 1 and Ethereum will, go live at the same time. Basically, first come, first serve. You click the button, that plot will be yours. Now, I would imagine that, there'll be plots for at least 5 minutes.
I don't know, man. Like, we've been doing a lot of work. I always get to this point, right? Like, where, we've done tons of work and all I can see right now is what didn't get done, which is dumb. I should be obscenely grateful for the dozens of projects that have partnered with us and they're coming in still. But you always wonder if you did enough. And so I don't know. Like, I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to go all right. I don't know if it's, who knows if it's going to go insane. But it might.
I mean, There's know I'm going to have to get
people
up.
that know about us that it could get weird pretty fast.
Yeah. I'm going to have to get up early in the morning because, I'm going to have to press the button as soon as it goes live. I need at least one of those plots, right? Now, the tough choice is, do I go DGen 1 or do I go Ethereum, right? Because,
right?
I've got, right?
I want to try and get some
on both.
Yeah, on both. But maybe we should coordinate. Maybe we should coordinate on DGen 1 and see if we can get like a little empire in a corner somewhere.
Yeah, I've got the perfect place actually. I'll put you in there.
little wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Say no more. Say no more.
Yeah, I found a really good spot. So it's pretty fun. So, yeah, I mean, I'm excited. The rail design contest went up. I hope everyone has had a chance to see them. If you haven't, I actually did publish an article earlier.
I actually haven't seen them.
Yeah, so we can go in and look at them
right there.
today.
Hold on.
So I published an article today that has them in the server before they actually went into the event server. So you can check these out. There's a bunch of different views.
Oh, they're actually in the event server now?
Yeah, they're in the event server. So we can go in and check them out in the event server.
Oh, that's cool.
These are basically the schema that were submitted by the contestants. Now, when they got plugged into the event server, they got plugged into a figure 8. Which is really cool. So you can actually ride the rail all the way through. These are just
that's fun.
These are just the basic designs, right? So definitely check this out. I think there was 6 submissions overall, 5 submissions. Some of them weren't even rails. Like some of them were just packed ice. Or there was one that was like rails over packed ice, which is pretty cool. This is cool.
I mean,
like,
yeah,
I
the
really
ice.
like that one.
Like the sort of boat racing, having, and I was thinking too, like just the last time we brought this up, like what if there was like a waterway as well, right? Like what if you just really like boating and there was like suddenly like, the ability to kind of just boat around everywhere. I don't know. That might be a little ridiculous, but the ice, yeah, somebody was saying in the Discord that the traveling around on an ice boat is the fastest way to travel it. I think flying is faster, but
yeah, if you're skilled, I mean, it takes a while.
If you're skilled, right? Because I straight up suck at it.
Well, and I think it's cool that you can take the boat. However, I'm preferential to the rails for the simple reason that I like to, get everything off of my screen and just go run down the rails and take some photos from the rails. Right? It's kind of difficult to do that with an ice boat. I mean,
that's very true.
If you want to boat me around, then maybe I could do it, right? We did do that once. This is the ice boat one. It's only ice. It is a cool little track, though.
Yeah, it's fun.
And so, yeah,
very novel.
There's some really cool ones. We should definitely go in World and
all right.
Check
well,
those
we got
out.
Gratitudes to do and stuff too. So.
We got gratitudes to do as well. So how what Wellcord gets over to pull up the gratitudes, how it works is. Basically, you go into the, if you scroll down to the bottom of this article, if you're reading it back on your own, it goes through the process of voting. So we're tracking unique users, and there's signs that are placed all over these rails in the event server. And so you can go in and you can punch the sign, and that means that you're voting for this rail. Now, you could vote for every single one if you wanted to. You can vote for 2 of the 5 or 3 of them if you want to. And then the unique users that have been, tracked will give us a tally on each rail. And I guess the winner takes the pot. I don't know if we're going to have time to do this, Corey, but we did kind of talk about maybe even running a proposal to see where it would be, right? Like if we could play around with the landscape, but I'm not 100% sure. So for those of you that are voting, right, there's a lot to kind of take in. How's it going to look in DGen, right? What's
yeah, I think getting, because there's so much beautiful land there that I think it totally makes sense to me to do some underground stuff.
I mean, and we could,
but then how do you get down there?
Right, we could potentially decide it after we choose, right? Because some of them might look good on it, right? Some of them might not.
That's true.
I'm gonna do 2 today. I'm grateful for old friends. I had the opportunity to go meet a friend of mine in Tokyo. I'm gonna miss this country a little bit because I was able to jump on a fast train, probably even faster than boat racing on packed ice, and be on the other side of the country within a couple hours, and it was great. Just met him and his missus, and we wandered around, ate some great food, and got to do all the things. So that's my first one. My second one is, I'm grateful for you, Corey. It's been a couple of days since we've been here. We missed Monday because of me. I was gallivanting about. I'm happy to be back here with my good friend Corey this morning.
Thanks. Oh, excuse me. Oh, yep. Brilliant. All right. Well, that's pretty quiet today in the watching department.
Oh, yeah.
But if anyone's watching it, if anyone has any gratitudes, let a brother know.
Might be because we were a little bit slow getting started this
I
morning.
feel like whoever owns this is still it's still iterating on it. Like I feel like it gets oh, okay. Apparently. There's this whole giant thing going on. All right. That's the whole thing. Anyways, we were gonna go over to the event server.
Yeah.
Hub, right?
So /server space rail design contest, and I'll be able to find it. And remember, if you punch sign, it means that you voted for that rail. When you get there, if you haven't been in there yet, it kind of pops you in, right in the middle of one rail. Now there's 6, I believe, that are set up. So I would definitely, go through them all before you decide which one. This one is the ice boat rail, right? Which is pretty cool. Let's see your boating skills. I want to see it fly, and then we'll get Mackie to take some bloopers. Very good.
Punch me.
So there were a few. If you're having trouble finding the signs as well, I think Sam added signs to every corner. So if you just go to the corner.
Oh, it is fast. That's scary.
It is fast, right?
But yeah, you have to stay off the side. Whoa.
But I mean, it's pretty cool that it's closed in, right? Like it's got that cool little dynamic.
Right.
And I like the way that a lot of these people thought about connecting them to the ground, because there were some issues with, some of our previous worlds where there was a block here and there. This one's got a cool little vibe to it. I quite like the way that they did the lanterns on this one. And these guys, they also put in, nether portals. They did a demo for that in the corner, because I believe that there's going to be nether portals that'll be open. These ones probably
little water spouts.
Yeah, so they really put the detail into this, which I thought was really awesome. The vines and the what do you call it? The design on the sandstone looks really cool too. It's a pretty cool little design. So, and I guess like these rails could potentially be used for other survival worlds too, even if they don't win. So, and I like this one too as well. The reason I like that one is because of the way that they designed the roof. It's kind of nice that there was a requirement that you needed to have something over the rail roof, right?
Up.
Yeah. So this one's pretty cool too. Yeah, the uplift one I like the advertisement aspect to it as well.
Fancy. That's some design functionality. I might vote for that one actually.
So yeah,
simple, effective. I mean, but there's so much nature on this one.
Yeah,
I like the fact that it's roofed actually.
And this one also has I think this is the other one that has the boat track underneath the rail, if I recall.
Oh yeah.
So this is pretty cool.
Yeah, this one gets my vote.
Right. And there is a lot of nature, and I like the way that they use the brick to like build up the steps and stuff. That was pretty good. I'm kind of a big fan. I think that's
there's this old fucking monstrosity. See,
Yeah.
this is the thing too. Like, if we did put them, hey Jordan, if we did put them underground, like these two would immediately jump to the 4, right? But yeah, I think.
Yeah, I mean, this is a
Let's choose
really
on this one,
cool
too.
design. I like it, but I don't personally not sure if it would complement the landscape. Like, I would love to see
This is the
one.
thing. Like, I don't think any would necessarily, which is why like I keep looking at them like which ones of these would work well underground. And if you have ones that are fully covered, any water or any lava that you run through or whatever is not going to break it. You know what I mean? So like you could paste it at absolute floor and it would work.
It'd be kind of cool. I don't even know if it's possible, but it'd be kind of cool if we could do like the outer ring, you know, above ground, so you could still see them from 3D map, and then, you know, maybe move the essential stuff underground. I don't know. We haven't thought this through, other than just like an idea here. But yeah, I mean, these are really cool, some of them. I wouldn't want to lose the effect of that either, right?
Yeah, that's good. Like it.
Again, though, I think if we go to the dgen map, there is a couple sections on the dgen map that are lower than the rest, that aren't mountains, that are flat. So running them along that level so that they were, you know, sitting at ground level would put them under the ground. And they pop through some of those ravines quite nicely too, depending upon, you know, what the height was, which would be really
maybe
cool.
Hey,
yeah, there's a lot of things that you
I mean, kudos for this though too. Like this is just,
it's brilliant. Yeah,
it's complex and like kind of fun. And any that has so much like trees in it just automatically makes it like way cooler.
Again, though, I think like any that don't win should be automatically entered into the submission for the next, you know, survival world that we happen to launch, right? And if other people want to create ones and add them in there as well, but like, yeah, or if the people want to adapt them, that's cool. But like, I think like they're all just really well done. So shout out to all the people who created them.
For real, this is awesome. Interesting.
Yeah, this one's pretty cool too, with the logs and the different color. I quite like it as well.
Yeah, I would have punched the sign on that other one, but I don't know if I have an ops here, and I don't want to destroy the sign.
I would. Yeah, I don't know either. I was flying around and I punched my signs earlier today, and I was okay. So I think if you destroy one sign, you'll be okay.
I guess. Hey, there's definitely a lot of signs.
Yeah, so just probably not the fun. But yeah, like I said, you can vote for, you know, none of them. You can vote for all of them. Probably doesn't make much difference. I think I voted for a couple.
Damn it! Yeah, I'm fired.
Yes, so many signs to punch. Not anymore.
Yeah, it's gonna walk away slowly.
So that,
luckily there's like hundreds of signs.
So. This one's quite interesting too. I didn't know if you noticed that, but there's actually no cactus on that one. So when you run off the rail, it drops you kind of into a little hole where you can pick up the cart.
Oh yeah.
Which is pretty just cool, like, right?
Because that's definitely been an issue for some people.
Yeah, because some people get frustrated,
especially now, like
use their carts,
right? Because we got clear lag running now, so it's just gonna like anything you leave every like few minutes or whatever, it's just gonna get pulled up. So it's not gonna be a lag issue, I don't believe. Smart.
Yeah, it's an interesting feature, and like I said, like definitely go in and check out all of them. Like they've all done a really good job with the designs.
Absolutely. I really do like that. That's fancy. I wouldn't have thought that would work. Well done.
So I believe it's in the article as well that I posted, further on up. But I believe it's. Let me just go double check because I don't want to mess that up. July 12th will be the end of the vote. So, and the first 50 unique users to punch a sign and vote also get 5 plot shard NFTs. So it's another reason for you to go in and
make your vote known,
which is pretty cool. Yeah,
that's cool.
So yeah, there's again lots kind of happening. There was a really successful art walk. First Thursday's art walk. Soul of the Cat is kind of the official art walk tour guide. They went through quite a few plots. They went through Art Vending Machines Brawl Gallery. They went through the Class Art Gallery. They went through the Des Art Gallery, which is pretty cool if you haven't been there. And they went through the Pink Gallery, which is kind of a newish gallery by the Rocket Gallery, Swedish Gold. So that was pretty cool. Definitely, you know, a lot of people had a lot of fun. If you want to see kind of what they got up to, check out the post that I just dropped, which is kind of Soul of the Cat's breakdown of it. So cool. These will be happening. If you want to get onto the, you know, list of galleries that can be checked out, get in touch with someone on the events committee, but primarily Soul of the Cat. She's hooking people up.
So speaking of memes, there's only one issue with this meme. I am like ridiculously overweight from the pandemic still. But if you take it as like small guy in blockchain generally, that's accurate. Totally accurate. And I do have some big dreams. But like, I don't know. I've never seen myself as a midget before. This is Formula 69 did this one, and he was very excited about it. And I can see why. It's pretty fucking funny.
That is pretty good.
Good job.
That's really good. Yeah, so the meme contest is fun. If you go over to the Discord, which you should be in almost, you know, every day, at least, at the very least, to check up on the announcements channel, you'll find a post about that. We've also got an announcement talking about what's going to happen on the day of the sale. However, back to the meme. Prizes: 300 shard NFTs, 200 shard NFTs, and 100 shard NFTs. You can submit multiple memes. Each meme wins a free shard NFT for participating. The e-sale on 7/16. There's 3 types of submissions: Uplift World on Ethereum, Fun inside the Metaverse, and UDT memes. Corey, what is UDT?
Sorry, Uplift DAO token.
Right. And what does an Uplift DAO token mean for the users of the Uplift DAO?
Oh, man.
This is exciting if you haven't dove.
I mean, you know, I'm the largest holder of UDT and probably the largest buyer of it. So, you know, just do the math on that. So the 2 main things: it allows you to vote on any of the DAO proposals that comes through. It actually allows you to make proposals as well if you hold any, right? And getting any is really easy. But yeah, I think that the voting thing is a huge part of it for active members of the community. And you know, once we get some runway put together and then do some more sales and revenue on top of that, we're gonna be doing some revenue sharing. So once that's squared away, 30% of revenue is supposed to be going to that. Once we get some again, like we haven't, you know, done the exact numbers on this yet. So 3-4 months, super basic, you know, runway, probably somewhere in there. Like again, we'll do the DAO proposal. We'll be able to vote on it. And then everything after that, we'll get, you know, 30% of it will get put out to DAO token holders. So it's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, and so we're not just a DAO in name. By the way, we're an actual registered, you know, entity in, you know, Wyoming. So everything is kind of registered, through the appropriate governments in the U.S. because that's where the majority of our team, a lot of our team is based. All of the T's have been crossed and the I's have been dotted. Everything's, been put through. I'm kind of excited to see how this happens and where we're coming from, because we're kind of coming from, a big bull market through a bear market, and we're branching out into other blockchains. So we're testing a lot of things. Corey and I did a show last week. I believe it was on Tuesday. You can go check that out, where we went through a bunch of the proposals that have been submitted, some really great ones, some that, could use improvements. We gave a little bit of advice. Again, if you want to submit a proposal, all you have to do is essentially, we hope that you would follow the rules. Now, rules is a little bit strong term, but the reason that we kind of have some requests is just to make it easy, right? We have a pre-proposal system that needs to meet quorum, and then we have a final proposal system. And it could be confusing, especially for new people who are coming in. If you want to vote, you need to go over to snapshot.org, and you need to find our page over there. If you have any troubles with that, there's a couple posts up on where we had all the alpha.com, but you can always just pop in and ask anyone in the chat. There's a lot of active people over there that are voting, that are doing a number of things. So, and definitely workshop any of these proposals or any of these ideas. You can do that in the pre-DAO discussions channel. A few people have dropped, documents into the general chat. There's been a lot of conversation going around about, what certain ideas that people have. And I think it's just really great to see people doing this kind of constructive type of thinking about where we're headed. Everyone gets vote,
and
pretty cool.
We're getting good at it too. Well, I hesitate to even say that. Like, I think we're improving constantly at the process of that, right. And it's like starting off as like pretty effective. Mm-hmm. So I have been getting excited about that, because I think like it's only going to get better. I think from here.
Right.
So it's fun. Mm-hmm.
So again, eSale update. There's a few more people now. So if you're joining us, the DAO vote closed with the sales winning, which means that the plan of 0.05 ETH per plot on July the 16th. The rough schedule is 4 p.m. Eastern. We'll start a YouTube stream. Around 5 p.m. Eastern, there'll be a PvP event at the Coliseum. And at 6 p.m. Eastern is kind of the tentative sales start time. 7 p.m. is kind of backup.
And it really, exactly. Like if gas is good right at that time, then we roll. We want to bake in some probability, just because every once in a while, like if another project launches there and there's a huge spike, if we even do like 15 minutes later, half an hour later, then it can be a lot better for everybody. So it makes sense. Tuttle was walking us through doing that stuff, so it makes sense just to kind of have a window. Again, we're gonna start the stream. I'm gonna have a lot of people coming on board. I know Jeff from NFT the Movie and a bunch of people from that space, and we'll be inviting a bunch of people from the project. I want to get some of the people that have been building some of the epic builds that already exist in Ethereum DGen 1 to pop in as well. We've got the I know Jittery Ape is doing some crazy things. Obviously Rocket Gallery 2.0 is fucking incredible. And that meta art tower is just, it's gorgeous. Like now that they've got all the actual artwork up, it's just like, what?
The Masters of Bitcoin one, that's pretty sweet. I really like the way that they laid that out with the action figures.
They did a good job. Stuart said, can you explain buying on Ethereum for those who have never bought an NFT on Ethereum? So, you want to make sure you have a MetaMask wallet and that you have some Ethereum in it. Check number one, right? So you want to do that. And then, I think, because I don't think we're actually going to be on OpenSea. So you just go to our website, and you're going to be able to click through to a map, and you'll click on a map, and there's going to be a buy button. And if you buy it, it'll pop your MetaMask up, and you say, yes, please. Right. And it'll show you like what gas is at that point. Right. And I did a couple of things this weekend on gas, and it was, it was like $5 or something like that. Like it was really, inconsequential compared to normal. Like, I know we're used to all those transactions being free. That's the main thing, right? And we want to keep that cost as low as humanly possible.
If you're new to MetaMask, you can go to this article. There's a little brief description on how to set it up. The article actually mostly looked at how to plug into, the DAO side of things and register your account. But if you scroll down to the bottom, it does give you some information if you're new. So, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I'll get up early. It'll be coffee time for me, so that'll be fun. On the 16th, bright and early, I'll be here with you. I'm really excited to see who shows up and all the excitement around it. It's been a long time since you and I have been on stream for a sale. We didn't really do it for the odds and ends liftoff. The last time I think that we did it was the gratitude estate sale, and that was super fun. I mean, there were so many cool people that we had on jumping around. The days become a blur. So also, like, anyone who can come to the Discord during that time, or come in world during that time, from 4 to 6, we'll be in there. We'll be hanging out, and in a way it might almost be like an extended happy hour, although it's a little bit different. So it'd be really cool just to come in and pop around and fly, and just head on over to the builds that we're maybe checking out with some of the people. Any memes or ads or videos or updates, like, if you want to throw those out there, that's great. Like, feel free to tag us on Twitter, any of us on the team, the Uplift world, because I mean, it is the time to hype the hell out of this, because I think we're really on the verge of something interesting when we're porting over to a whole other blockchain, melding all of the great community that we have with all of these new people that are coming in. So
Zemogus Plaslaptis. Hopefully I said that in like even remotely accurately. Where do you trade Ethereum or DGen 1 Lime keys on OpenSea? So yeah, you're gonna be able to trade them on any Ethereum marketplace is gonna be able to spot them. So we will be on OpenSea. Tis true.
Another thing that you guys might not be aware of is I can't say the word sign without thinking of that song, but Corey's heard me sing, and it's not something that we should do on a regular basis.
Is it?
signs everywhere, signs. There's actually going to be a punch sign event all day, but at 6 p.m. make sure to head on over to our sale and get the best location. All locations will be sold for 0.5 ETH. Which location do you think is going to be the best deal? It pays to do a little bit of research on where you want to be, and make sure that you have a backup plan, because again, it's a sale. It'll be first come, first serve. However, the punch sign event will be 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's another one by the events committee. There's going to be signs all over that you can punch, and you can win 1 shard per person per plot that is punched. Coordinates for the first sign to find will be shared in the Uplift World's Discord previous to the start time. So, be able to run around, I believe, get some rewards for the seasonal rewards, hit some signs, get some shards. I believe that the shards going out right now are London. We have shards on the market for both Thune and London, and 99 shards, and you can get yourself a plot. So there's a really interesting discussion about how you might get plots. I mean, shards is one option. If you're entering these contests and you're building up shards, it's quite nice. Although it was kind of mentioned that the resale value of the shards might actually be way higher than the plots. So that's a fun little thing.
It's definitely an interesting little thing. Well, then it depends too, because I don't know how active the market is. But it's interesting for sure. And I keep going back to, like, it's only a matter of time before we come up with some new and interesting ways to kind of play around with the shards and stuff too. So,
right,
who knows?
Yeah, so that's really cool. And then, you know, we've got some memes that have been streaming in, which is kind of exciting.
Will shards be on ETH? Very likely no. Now, like, it'll depend on sort of how all that stuff goes. Like you know, no right now, right? But like the question, like, is Upliftium going to be on Ethereum? And I think that crystallized Upliftium NFTs could very well find themselves on Ethereum, but it's not going to be a million. It'll be like 10 or 100, right? Because, you know, we have to constantly factor in the percentage basis of having to deal with fees and stuff like that, right? So like, from the gamification stuff, there's never really been that much point to putting, you know, large volume or a large number of NFTs for smaller denominations of kind of stuff or things or whatever on Ethereum, just because it's you know, the gas fees make it just not make sense economically. But I mean, like, you know, if there was 100 million Upliftium NFT on Ethereum, like, I'd probably get one. Like, that would be almost like a bit of a status symbol, or like a way to tap into you know, a different market like that, right? So for the shards, like, could we do like 50 shards a pop or something like that? Like, I don't know, maybe. Yeah, and then have some different kinds of blends over there. That's possible. I guess I haven't really thought about it yet. Well, and again, like, anybody can make a DAO proposal suggesting, you know, that, especially if they've, you know, thought it through and had it workshopped.
Now, that brings me actually to something that I meant to say earlier, but I kind of forgot. So there were some questions around rewards and how they work, and what will happen with, you know, the Ethereum rewards, right? So, I mean, you'll be plugged in to the seasonal rewards if you're in any of our servers doing anything. You know, that's going to tally the points up a little bit less on Swineland and Borvalis. Those are a little bit different, but for the most part, you know, everything will be the same. But in order to collect those rewards, because Upliftium is a wax only blockchain token, you know, blockchain NFT right now, you're going to have to link your Wax Cloud wallet. Even if you only have something on Ethereum, you're still going to have to link.
Yeah, if you want
Wax
rewards,
wallet, right?
Yeah, Jordan popped up. So odds are people are coming from ETH will probably want to set up a Wax wallet, which is a good thing in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely been one of the underlying things for the whole thing. Like, what we do for sort of the play to earn and the gamification stuff. You know, when you can crystallize commodities, for example, out of the survival worlds, you're not going to do that on Ethereum. You're going to do it on Wax, right? And again, like, it's not impossible that our sort of ecosystems will get mature enough on other blockchains where that might start making sense. But, you know, the reward system for the foreseeable future is just on Wax, right? So if you want to take part in that, you're getting a Wax wallet. So yeah, I think there's definitely going to be a lot of that, and I totally agree. Like, I think it's a really good thing. I think, like, the almost, you know, people are very, very often surprised if they've never seen Wax before coming from Ethereum, to just see how fast it is and how, you know, just, you know, how much cheaper it is, yada yada yada, right? And it's interesting. There's people that go the other way too, like us, and, you know, hustle.
Yeah. So, and I think it's, you know, like what you mentioned, there's certain things that, you know, you can't necessarily do on Ethereum that you can do on Wax, right? And so there's a chance that, like, you know, we don't know what's going to happen to the Ethereum blockchain and how NFTs and things like that are going to evolve. But it's possible that, you know, when we release a world on a different blockchain, Binance Smart Chain, Solana, or any of these other ones, that they could potentially, you know, be more lucrative in terms of sharding or in terms of rewarding or in terms of NFT creation than Ethereum, right? So it's going to be really interesting, I think, to see how, as we move through the ecosystem, through various blockchains, we're able to pick up or leave behind things that are kind of custom made for various blockchains, right? And where people go, how people move through the metaverse, the tokenomics, the, you know, land plots, the shards, all of this will kind of conglomerate around it. And I think it'll be really interesting to see like people, for example, like you said, moving from Wax to Ethereum, or people from Ethereum moving to some other blockchain, and seeing how the interplay of all of those works together, right?
Yeah, it's at the very least, it's going to be fascinating to sort of play around with it. For sure.
Yeah, and like Wombat as well, they've got an embassy in Ethereum. I believe it could be DGen1. I get confused, but like,
no, it's in Ethereum. It's just south of Spawn. Yeah, it's right. So, it's really close to the Meta Art Tower.
Yeah, and so like really simple, easy to set up, a Wax wallet and a bunch of others. I think they got 7 or 8 different wallets that you can set up through their app, which is really fun. So. And like, if any of you people are out there and you're, writing on other platforms like PublishOX or, some of these Medium even, and you want to, guide people on how to create, easy, fun blockchain things, maybe you want to do a tutorial on Exodus Wallet or something because you feel like that's a great wallet for people who are, moving from Wax into Ethereum. And even though it's not really going to be plugged into what we do at the Uplift world, it's definitely useful. We've seen a lot of scams coming from users who have clicked the wrong button, even on Wax. And so I really want people to be aware and be protected. I mean, obviously, we're going to do the best that we can here at the Uplift world to only utilize things that we believe are tried, tested, and true. But you guys still all have to be responsible. So if you happen to know of ways that users can further protect, or some of the really valid wallets out there, because a lot of these Ethereum projects, they are working with their own tokens, or they are working with their own NFTs, right? So the more that we can educate people, the more that they'll be able to interact with the projects that are in our Ethereum worlds or other worlds, right? And we definitely want to, create that atmosphere of togetherness learning. So thanks, Lisa. That's very nice of you.
Yeah. It's fun contemplating what the ramifications of being truly multi-chain are. And it's fun too when people realize that, like, the NFTs for Ethereum and DGen are going to be on Ethereum. But once you're in world, you're just in world. You can walk from Ethereum to our communities on Wax and eventually on, all the other blockchains where we're going to get exposure to this year. So. Yeah, it's
and I mean, like, this opens up a whole new possibility too, right? Like we're lovers, we're uplifters here, but even when you're kids and you're hanging out with your friends, you still used to play flags, right? And so, like, I can see in the coming future, like a 1-week build contest, for example, on 2 different blockchains in 2 different worlds, right? Like pitting DGen1 against, DGen1 against like Gratitude or something like that, right? Like, go build us your builds, right? Or a creative build contest, between Thune and Ethereum and, 5 different other blockchains. So that brings us to another thing. I think there was something in the mix about, theme builds for your favorite Ethereum projects as well. So if you have any theme builds that you've created in our Wax worlds, please let us know, right? Like if it's a build that's, the Rabbitar is a really good example, right? Like the Rabbitar gallery, it talks about the, Rabbitar NFTs, and it was created in Genesis, but, it's a PFP project that's available on OpenSea, right? So if you guys know of any other projects that are in Genesis, because Corey and I were in here the other day and we were flying around and we're still seeing new shit, and we're like making it 1 block away from UpLifters Tower, really.
Seriously. like what?
So yeah, definitely very cool. So hopefully this week we're gonna have some people from these new projects that are going to be joining us. Keep an eye on our blog on the Uplifter, on where we hide all the alpha.com. We're going to be releasing some posts that introduce you to them. Go on over to the Dome, where the last happy hour took place, and you can find that by going to Old World and following the nice sea lantern lit path up there, and you can see all of the logos of the projects that are in both Ethereum and DGen1. You can follow the QR codes to their Twitter. You can learn a little bit about them if you don't know about them. go check out the maps, the 3D maps, and see what landscapes you like. You can check out the overhead version or the 3D version. Definitely get yourself prepared for what's coming on the 16th. Got anything else there, Corey?
I don't, man. I don't. There's all sorts of crazy shit going on.
Right. It is a little bit hard to keep up.
Right? It can be. It can be. And really, like, it's been a ton of work going into this. So I'm definitely gonna be going into the sale needing a nap. I kind of need one already. It's been I've been fading the last couple of days. I'm like, man, just a few more days. Just get your head out of your ass. Rock and roll, god damn it. So that's the game plan.
Well, I mean, there's a first for everything, and sometimes there's only a once.